Fes good magucht, good afternoon. Fach t'orscht, gen lesson show. Welcome to this lesson. Today we're going to take a look at the concepts of inside and outside in Gaelic. In English, we're lucky. We just use the words inside and outside for different circumstances, different situations, but Gaelic unfortunately does not. But never fear, the difference isn't too big. And once you master these, your Gaelic will definitely jump up a noticeable amount, I think. Your accuracy will come up to the next level, for sure. Okay, gleva. Also, I'm going to show you some tricks to keeping these in mind. Let's jump right in. Let's get started. Oh, before we do, you might have noticed in some of my videos, I have some friends here. So here we have the very hungry foxapillar, and then here we have two critters that love each other, and this fox enjoys kale very much. Plant-based fox. Gleva. So these are my teaching assistants today. I have my friends here. The very hungry foxapillar, a lion, and a fox who likes kale. Okay. Gleva. So, inside and outside, I'm afraid, isn't as exciting, or it might be more as exciting as these critters. So, let's take a look at what we have here. We're going to make a chart here, or we're going to make a visual to help it really sink in deep in your mind. So, astay means inside. Amui means outside. So, astay, amui. Astay, amui. Okay, gleva. If there's any sort of connection you can make to another word or maybe an idea to help you remember, please do it. Any connections we can make to make the Gaelic more alive in our minds. Yeah, and personalized too will help us tremendously. I'm going to show you a trick I learned that's really handy. I've found really handy, and I hope it is for you as well. So, astay, amui. On first glance, they don't look like anything particularly special. They're just kind of weird looking to a degree. But astay, let's take a look at astay. Do you see a word in there that you recognize? Astay, astay, tay, tay. Right there. So we have the word for house. Is the end of this word, astay. So tay means house. What could this first part mean? Us. Us. Astay. Astay actually is a phrase that's been smushed down into one word. And this has happened in Gaelic throughout the decades and really centuries. So this is a very authentic Gaelic thing to have happen. The phrases get smushed together into one word. Astay means ounce and tay. Ounce and tay. Ounce and tay. In the house. That's the Gaelic word for inside, in the house. Astay. So if we look at it here, we have a, and then there's an s there. There's the a and the s. Yeah. Gleva. Astay. So this is a very, I think it's quite interesting actually, how the Gaelic language evolved. So it's a historical note. It's a historical pattern to think about, but also it's really, once you see it, you can't unsee it, I think. Every time I look at astay, I always think of house. Astay, in the house, ounce and tay, astay, gleva. So please use that if that's useful to you. Astay, inside, literally in the house. There we are. So astay means inside, in the house. Amui is the opposite. Yeah, there you go. That's one thing actually that I found useful in Gaelic. When you have pairs of things, like inside and outside, if one is very clear to you, then usually you can figure out what the other one is. Yeah. And over time, it just becomes very natural. You don't even need to think about it. You don't even need to analyze or translate in your mind. It's just instinctual. Astay, amui, done. That's what we're going for. That's what we want. Hopefully, this is a way to accelerate that process for you. Astay, inside. So, We need a visual. We need a picture to help make everything clear. Look at this, masterful drawing. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, oh, we need our chimney there. Gleva. All right, ounce and tea, right? In the house. Ounce and tea. This person is a stay. Let's add in the rest of the sentence. Ha mi a stay. I am inside. Where are you? Oh, I'm inside. Ha mi a stay. Chanil mi a stay. I'm not inside. I'm not in. Gleva. Ha mi a stay. Just like that. Skanyo. So a mui is the opposite. So we'll have our diagram here. We'll have our person outside. Look at that. Lovely. A mui. Ha mi a mui. Maybe it's a really lovely day and you're out in the garden. Yes. Oh, hobria. Gleva. Maybe you have some raised beds that you're growing things in. That's kind of a strange, weird, strange raised bed, but it's okay. These things happen. You get the idea. Gleva. So we have some plants out here. Maybe there's a kruv. Oh, since it's Maine, we gotta have our pine tree. Yes. Yes, sir. There we are. Gleva. Skadil. Ha mi a mui. I'm outside with the garden and with the tree. Ha mi a mui. Ha mi a stay. Ha mi a mui. Ha mi a stay. Great. So these are how you talk about location. The difference in Gaelic between the different kinds of inside and outside is location versus movement. Location. That's a bit hard to read. Hamiduli. So we've been talking about location, where something is in space. It's inside the house or outside. A stay, a mui. Great. But what if you're walking into the house or the dog wants to go outside? What are you going to do? We're going to use forms of these that look similar but are not identical. So let's start with inside again. Ha-shin dol amach. Oh, dilich. I'm jumping ahead of myself. That's our one for outside. Ha-shin dol ashtiach. Ha-shin dol ashtiach. We are going inside. Adol, going, ashtiach. Inside. Hashin adol ashtiach. So here we have the house. Folks are going into it. Oh, gosh, there we are. Maybe three people. And they're going inside. Hashin adol ashtiach. We are going inside. There we are. Gleva. So ashtiach is when you're moving inside, walking inside, running inside, throwing something inside. Like, I don't know what you'd throw. Hopefully you wouldn't throw anything into the house, but this can happen. So we're talking about movement here. There we are. Gleva. Hashin adol ashtiach. Hami adol ashtiach. Hami adol ashtiach. I'm going in. Going into the house, you know, that kind of thing. Or, oh, I'm just going into work. Sorry, I'll call you later. Hami adol ashtiach. Hami kashach ashtiach. I'm walking into the building. I'll call you later. Ashtiach. Going into a location. into a location. If you're already there, if you're located inside, it's a stay. If you're going inside, moving inside, it's a stiach. And there's a really nice little Gaelic phrase to remember this by. Hic a stiach. And we'll have a person here. Person inside. There we are. So that's what they're saying. Hic a stiach. They're saying, come on in, come on in. But if we're talking to 3 people, we're going to have to make this plural. Hic a stiach. If it's just one person, hic a stiach, hic a stiach. If you have an appointment that you go and you're just meeting with someone one-on-one, then hic a stiach, hic a stiach. Or if you've invited someone over and it's just one person, like a friend or a neighbor, oh, hic a stiach, come on in. But if it's 2 or more people, hickiv a stiach, hickiv a stiach. Yeah. Really, really useful phrase for interacting with people. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Gleva. So, hashin adol a stiach. We're going in, and the person who's already there, they're a stay, ha'iat a stay, ha'iat a gra, they say, hickiv a stiach. Hickiv a stiach. Agus hashin adol a stiach. Going inside. Gleva. So, we have 2 tricks here for remembering inside, location, and inside, moving. Our location trick is ounsentay, a stay in the house, like inside the house. And then hic a stiach, hickiv a stiach. Come on in. Come in. Come in. I remember in my, I think it was my first year of Gaelic at university in Nova Scotia, up in Antigonish. We had one-on-one speaking assessments to do. So I remember going up to my teacher's office, and I was standing outside the door. I was really nervous. I was like, oh gosh. I remember she said, hic a stiach, come on in, hic a stiach. Hic a stiach, come on in, hic a stiach. Yeah, gleva. So let's look at the opposite. So going back to our dog example, the dog wants to go out. The dog wants to go outside, as they do. Anku, let's use a giari. Giari, rol, amach. And there's our word, amach. Amach. Amui, outside. Amui, outside. Amach, going outside. Hanku egiari arol amach. The dog wants to go outside. Arol, to go outside. Hanku egiari arol amach. So let's see. Have our ku. Ku. Maybe they've got their leash. Clever. That's not too bad. Wee dog. Oh, Snock. You're like a wee Westie, wee terrier. Oh, Snock. Maybe let's leave it at that. I'm not sure the body would turn out very well. So here we have Anku. Anku. And then the lead, their leash here. Dog's ready to go outside. Come on, let's go outside. Hami egiari arol. Hami egiari arol amach. I want to go outside. Gleva. So, and here's going outside. So here's, let's see. Actually, coming back to our te, then going outside There we are. Gleva. Han ku egiri agol amach. Or if it's a beautiful day, oh, hai grianach, hai bla. Oh, ha misha egiri agol amach. I don't want to be inside work and I want to go outside. It's a lovely day. Hami egiri agol amach. And when you're amui, oh, hami amui, I guess hami talichja. Hami talichja avi amui. I'm happy to be outside. Gleva, gleva. So, with amui and amach, I'm not familiar with any particular tricks in remembering those. However, these two tricks, astai, meaning ounce and tai, and then hikisjach, come on in, come in, come in. I think those cover both sides of this pretty well. And as I mentioned before, if there's any sort of connection you can make, a personalized connection, that's going to help you remember it all much better too. Gleva. So here we have it. We really have 4 different words. Yeah, 4 different words for inside and outside, unlike English, which just has the 2. Remember, in Gaelic, there's a difference between location and movement. So walking outside is different from being outside. Camping outside is different from, I don't know, throwing the trash out of the building through the window or through the front door. Yeah, gleva, location and movement, 2 differences. This is how it works. Okay, gleva. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again in another video. Beanach lecht.